We're Embrace of Sec 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
This is Series 3, Episode 8 of the Ricky Gervais Show. It's entitled Medicine, but Dan, what was your idea for it earlier?
Just bugs and rants.
That's pretty much should be the whole series. That's what it should be called.
It should be called that, but
that's what it ends up being anyway. So.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait.
Enough BS. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
I think it's probably best, Rick, if we return to the very beginning of time, the dawn of man, because of course, even in primitive, prehistoric ages, medicine was practiced in some ways, from the research people have done, cave paintings and the like. Carl, I wonder if you would just give us your initial thoughts on, the medicine of the ancient world.
You sound like you haven't studied it, or you're being
modest.
You're being modest.
Never really thought about it. I know that Tutankhamun, he died of having a knee injury, so they didn't have that much medicine knocking about back then.
Right, where do you get this information from? It sounds vague.
He came off a chariot. They're dangerous things.
What? He came off a chariot?
What?
Honestly, you're gonna make yourself look daft here, because that's what happened.
Imagine that in a room with Carl Pilkington, we make ourselves look daft. How would we have to? That would be incredible.
Shall we move on to the ancient world in terms of Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, of course, because they made huge advances, particularly the Romans, who understood, of course, the importance of sanitation. You know, famously, their streets were clean.
Yeah. Don't you think that if we hadn't have cleaned up as much, that, I don't know, we'd be stronger?
What?
Well, I know what you mean. Yeah, they say let your kids eat dirt. Yeah, of course. Well, that's exactly what immunization is, giving you a bit.
Yeah, but it's gone mental now. Whenever a baby's born, he's drugged out of his eyeballs. Something about a week old. They're giving it all sorts of shots.
Like what?
Loads of stuff for whooping cough.
Yeah, you don't want whooping cough. Tutankhamun could have died of whooping cough.
No, but they give it loads of stuff, and now it's like, I don't know, it's making us weak.
There's this big thing, like the superbug, where people took half the course of antibiotics. It was almost like an immunization to the bacteria and virus against the antibiotics.
That's what I mean.
So yeah, we need some germs, as you'd call them, but there are some that we have eradicated. I mean, I think it was in our lifetime that they eradicated smallpox from the world.
There are rumours, of course, that both Russia and America still have the smallpox virus under lock and key, which they could theoretically breed and use in a chemical warfare situation.
Well, there was a bit of a scandal a few years ago, I think 10 years ago, where in a university laboratory, someone came across a marked yogurt pot in deep freeze that had smallpox in it.
When you say it was marked, was it like someone's put their name on it because they don't want someone to eat smallpox yogurt?
I think they looked into it, and it was the deep frozen smallpox virus. What I mean is, it's under lock and key or frozen at minus 200 degrees centigrade. Why?
Under lock and key and all that. It's not good enough. Get rid of it. Why are they keeping a little tub of smallpox knocking about?
Well, are they not meant to be?
Well,
no,
that's
but
a
what was
lesson.
he doing there in the first place? To me, that's like in James Bond, where they don't kill him when they have the chance. He's always that little thing of, let's play with danger, let's keep a bit.
Yeah,
well, it's probably
extra AIDS in the Chiara bottle. I don't understand why you'd store that.
Well, there's probably a presumption, it's probably an overhang from the Cold War, where people were thinking, well, listen, what if Russia's still got some smallpox? We better hang on to some smallpox.
It's just clutter, though, as well, isn't it? You see, we're obsessed. We're keeping stuff. And it's the same with germs. We can't even say, get rid of that. We won't be needing it. Smallpox. We'll keep it just in case. Get rid of it. We've got this obsession thing again. It's saving everything.
You say that, but of course...
Oh, my God.
Where do we start?
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. I mean, he's a few years ahead of the curve when it comes to immunization, vaccines. That was the conversation 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, or actually it wasn't. He couldn't have that conversation.
Yeah.
But I as far as letting kids be kids and natural selection take its course, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm in favor of that.
I'm fine with that.
The kid who swallows the most rocks doesn't get to procreate.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because we just don't need a lot of rock swallowers. around here.
No. No.
But it's funny that he brings it up because, you know, in Maryland you got Fort Detrick, and that's the biological weapons manufacturer, which is in Frederick, which is right up the road. Yeah,
that's it's scary to know that it's like right up a stone's throw from you.
Yeah. And but it's crazy. But it probably is like that. It probably is like, well, they probably have some, so we should probably hang on to ours. But then again, I'm thinking, don't you want to keep that around just in case it rears its head again, to have something to test shit on, just in case? I don't know.
Right. If you, just in case, you never know. Like with the guy with the yogurt cup that had smallpox in it. Like,
love that. Just the yogurt. I love like their portrayal of like the cartoon characters. Like I think I said this early on, but whoever animated the series, brilliant. Like whoever did this, just genius idea.
Must be some of the guys from Hanna-Barbera or something.
Have to be, because it's very similar. The fact that you know that cartoon brand, Hanna-Barbera, man. God, man, jeez, that's old. God, that's old. Classic cartoons.
There are a few things I know from that.
It's just very true. Very true. There's sometimes you shock us, Spence, and that is why we love you.
I have no life. Y'all know that.
It's just, I love that. Hanna-Barbera cartoons you got on lock, not movies. Cartoons.
Yeah, cartoons. I got that on lock.
Yeah, 100%. Oh man.
Of course, famously Alexander Fleming discovered what may be the most important breakthrough of the 20th century, which was the first antibiotic, I think, in 1928. And he discovered that because he left a bit of old bread out for a while and it went all mouldy in his kitchen. And he thought, oh, what's that? Oh, let's have a look.
Like I've said to you before, it's down to him being scruffy more than anything. It just seems like there's a lot of scruffy kitchens around.
But think if his cleaner had come in and gone, oh, Mr. Fleming, you disgust me, you fucking filthy scruffy cunt. I'm going to throw all this bread away. He's going to go, Maud, what did you do with that old bread I left out? It'd gone green, sir, so I chucked it away. Oh, Maud, you dopey fucking slut. You've just caused millions and millions of people to die. Keep out of my fucking kitchen.
I know, but don't put it there. It's the same way smallpox in a yogurt pot. It's in a yogurt pot.
Wow.
You're asking for trouble.
But what if Maud had come in and thrown that away? Again?
He couldn't shout at her. She's doing a job. I'd be annoyed if it was still there.
Yeah.
Just don't put like yogurt pots with smallpox in the fridge. Yeah, I mean, that's a starter.
Yeah, but you were saying earlier, let's let babies eat mud, don't inject them.
Yeah.
But let them crawl around a dirty floor, clean up the floor and know when to die.
I did say that, but we've gone too far now. Babies are coming out mad. Oh. They can't handle anything now. They've got a runny nose, they're coming out all mardy. Get ill. Yeah, they get ill easy. Because they're not tough babies anymore. We're ending up with a load of weak people who need looking after all the time. That costs a lot of money. And they can't do anything, they're useless. Now that doesn't happen in other nature. If a little weak bird is born, you see Bill Oddie saying that won't last. He says that won't last a week. And he's right. You watch it and say, oh, that third baby that came out, it died. And
but what's your point, Carl, that modern medicine, which can help people live to the age of 75, 80, that it shouldn't be doing that? It should let people just die off?
Well, here's something, right? The estate that I grew up on, there's a woman there.
Yeah.
Scruffy Sandra.
I like her already! Oh, it's great! It's so descriptive. Now, she had no chance, even if she cleaned up her act. Yeah. She'd come in looking like Pretty Woman. You go, Scruffy.
No,
what's the point? What is the point?
So the thing is, she used to always get on these buses called dialer rides that were sort of like posh taxis. You could call for one, it'd come round to your house, and it would pick you up and you'd pay like 50p.
But it would pick up a bunch of other people as well.
Yeah, on the way. So it would take ages to get to where you go.
That is.
No, it's good though. It's kind of a bit of a day out. Old people used to love it because you'd get to see things.
Right.
And you'd hear a call coming in on the radio that Scruffy Sandra's being picked up.
Oh God.
And she'd always have loads of bin bags with her for some reason. Now the thing is,
well, she sounds clean.
No, she stunk.
Well, she's taken out the bin bag.
Was she homeless?
No, she wasn't homeless. No, she used to just didn't bath. She just stunk. But the weird thing is,
what do they call her, Stinky Sandra?
She never was ill.
Right.
People didn't sit next to her.
Yeah.
Because she stunk.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, anyone who might have had a bit of flu or a cold never sat next to Scruffy Sandra.
Right.
Because she stunk. But that was good. That was like a protection thing for her. Because she knew that because she stunk, no one wants to sit next to her. She wouldn't pick up the germ.
That's a big brain move.
Yeah. It's so dumb, yet it's so effective.
Yeah. It's how do I do it? I'm gonna say something. All right.
It's we know what we want to say, but just don't know how to say it.
I remember during the moment in recent pop culture, not pop culture, recent human history, right? Where we couldn't move anywhere. There's a I guess select few people in my father's old town of Hagerstown that were not affected by any sort of lockdown or virus, and those were the meth heads.
Yep.
They still knocked around.
Yeah.
Still there. Their
meth
numbers
head's
didn't
going
drop.
To meth head.
But it's like everyone else is getting sick and dropping out, and these guys are just still chilling, shooting up, and ruining their life. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, how does that make sense? And I'm just like, what is going on?
Because they've had so many other things going through their bodies.
It's like the virus is like, he's going to die anyway. And just go somewhere else and wreck someone else's life. Like,
yeah, let's
go
like, down this.
Oh, what was that movie? World War Z? Is that it?
Yeah.
World War Z with Brad Pitt?
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It's like, oh, he's too sick. Don't worry, they're gonna leave him alone.
Yeah.
What?
Let's go down the street to that open air restaurant where everyone's sitting, but you have to wear a mask until you get to your table where you just take it off. Oh, he's eating a sandwich. I'll just go past him.
Yeah. Oh, the holes you could poke. But exactly, it's like It's all right though. But anyway, meth heads reign supreme in Hagerstown, man. Mm-hmm. Just like I was shocked. I'm like, they're not out and they're still around.
That doesn't matter what time it is. Like what's going on in the world, meth heads still run that town.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Oh man.
God.
But I mean, it's funny. It's funny because those are the people that never get sick. You're like, what is going on? Like, it blows my mind. So anyway, maybe there's a grain of sand of truth in what he's saying. Maybe there is. There typically
is in 98% of what Carl says, but he just has the worst delivery of all time.
He definitely does. He gives you the tabloid version of the grain of truth.
Yeah. That's
you have to read you have to read the whole story and do your own research to discover that he was there was some truth in that.
Yes.
But anyway, this is crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
Right. No, but this is quite your point is in order to fend off illness, you have to not bathe. And so you stink.
So you're saying that it wasn't that she'd built up an immunity, it was that she stank so much that flu wouldn't come near her.
This is such a specific example. It's not applicable in any other scenario.
There's always colds, there's always flu. It's whether your immunity is good or bad. That's interesting, isn't it, that more sort of colds are spread through shaking hands than people, just taking in the air. That's why some sort of germaphobes don't even shake hands anymore.
Yeah, well, that's going too far, because they're going to die or something. You can't be that paranoid. You've got to get on with your life.
Loneliness.
And it's good to feel ill, because when you feel better, you appreciate how good you feel.
Doesn't make any sense at all. It's good to feel ill. Doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it does afterwards. The other weekend, when I was ill, I don't know what was up with me, but I got something.
Symptoms?
Went to the toilet a lot, felt sick at the same time, got a sweat on, felt weak, had the shakes.
Just a bug, yeah.
Lasted probably about 24 hours. After that 24 hours, you go, oh, I feel good again. It's nice to feel good again. And it makes you appreciate how good you feel. Now, sometimes I don't know if I feel well.
It doesn't make any sense at all either.
What?
What do you mean sometimes you don't know whether you feel well?
Because I've been in my body for years.
Oh, here we go.
Here he goes again.
Now,
the two minds.
If there was some sort of kit that the doctor said, how are you feeling, Mr. Pilkington? And I go, oh, I think I feel all right. And they go, well, do you? I don't know. And they go, well, step into the machine, right? Get into the machine, and if he could somehow transfer my feeling into his body so I could feel how he feels, and then he can feel how I feel, and he'll go, oh, you're not well at all. Your heartbeat's irregular for a start.
You're a maniac.
This is... I don't know what's going on here.
Because why don't you just accept that if you feel well, you know...
Because you don't know if you feel well.
Hang on, let's get this machine built. Sorry, why are people bothering studying AIDS? We've got to get this machine built.
Listen, this machine could do a lot of good if they could do it.
Why?
Because some people, you hear about people who go, oh, I think I've got a bit of wind. Before you know it, they drop down dead. Right? Because they didn't know. They just, well, didn't Mr. Jones have a sweat on, Mrs. Jones, before? Oh, yeah, he did, but he always had a sweat on. Well, didn't it bother him? No, he was used to it. Happened for years. Why didn't you come in? Oh,
so, and what would the machine do again?
The machine would make my doctor feel like me.
So Mr. Jones went to the doctor and said, oh, I've got a sweat on, right?
Right, so he'd go, well, I'll tell you what, get in the machine. So Mr. Jones gets in the machine. Yeah. The doctor hits the button. Mr. Jones gets into the doctor. The doctor goes, you have got a sweat on. I'm familiar with this because I had a fella in the other day with a similar thing. Take 3 of these.
You are a mental case. I don't know what that, I don't
you
know
know,
what this is.
Because why can't the doctor make that...
I have to agree with Carl on this a little bit, just because I'm a little bit older, and I asked myself this question the other day, and it's like an existential crisis moment. I'm like, when was the last time I was truly at 100%? And I don't know. I truly don't know. When I didn't need caffeine, when I didn't have the craving for junk, I was just good. I could run a mile. When was the last time I was just good? I couldn't even tell you that. I couldn't even tell you that.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that myself. Right here, right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Because like something is always off, but not off enough to go to the doctor. Something is like there's always a pain or I just feel out of it, or something's not. I don't know when the last time I was 100%. Like I've learned to function on like 50 to 60, and that's my new find.
Maybe it's just getting older. Your body is starting to disintegrate.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I know that the weight doesn't help, but like I just don't know when the last time I was like, bro, I'm going to carpe the fuck out of the diem and I'm going to rock this thing. When was that? Like, I can't even recall. Maybe high school, maybe a Friday during high school one day.
Yeah. Maybe because that's around the time it's like, if our human bodies are like a car on an assembly line, puberty up to end of puberty is on the assembly line. And then it ends whenever it ends. And then you're a brand new car and, you got some years on you now. Yeah. It's starting to make some noises. Yeah. It needs a tune up every now and again.
Yeah. And it depreciates once it drives off the lot.
Yes, it depreciates.
It's just one of those things, man. But what he's saying is, I feel sometimes. I'm like, I don't know when the last time I was 100%.
Yeah, you don't know if you're feeling good or not. You don't know if you're feeling bad.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm doing very well for 50%. And I can function at 100% 50% of the time. Kind of thing.
There you go.
Maybe. I don't even think it's that high. But yeah, man. Anyway, I'm with him on this. I'm going out there on a limb with him. He's gonna bring it down very quickly after this. Somehow,
some way, it's gonna happen. We've seen this show a couple times now.
Mental case. I don't know what this is.
Because why can't the doctor make that observation like a doctor does? Why can't the doctor, using his knowledge, observe the person with the sweat on?
This is like a scene from Ghost. This is like Patrick Swayze.
Listen, when my nerves were short.
Are they not short already? Have they extended since then?
Well, I just have to do stretches. And pull them about.
Right.
But when I had that, I'm not very good with words.
Go on.
So when I was going in saying, "Doctor, my knee's aching," and he'd go, "What sort of ache is it?" I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just an ache.
Toothache. It's like a toothache in the leg.
No, but it's different. It's a different ache. Now the thing is,
it's like an arse ache.
It's hard to explain an ache.
So he'd have to feel the ache, and then he could make an assumption from it.
Thank you.
So he would presumably go through training, going in the machine, and they'd bring in various sick people, and he would experience and feel every single ailment.
Great.
Yeah, but
Doctor, I'm going to let you know now what a swift kick in the bollocks feels like, just in case you ever have to diagnose that. Oh, you God! I can't remember that one.
Yeah, but
Doctor, now you're going to feel a spike up the arse.
It's all about.
I can't remember that one. Okay.
No, couldn't I just wait until the man comes in with a spike up the arse?
No, we got to tell you so you know.
But I reckon I could assess it. If he's coming, he's got a spike up his arse.
You've got to experience everything before someone comes in and gets into your body like Ghost, and you'll know what it is.
Hey, listen, let's not dismiss this idea out of hand, of course, because you'll famously remember, Rick, that Carl had the idea of a man who can grow backwards. So he's born as an old man, and when he dies, he's a young baby.
And with all ideas comes something. Einstein said that. He said if an idea isn't...
Go on, wait, just let me finish. We've got an Einstein quote here. Yeah. This is a historic day. Carl, sorry, what were you saying? What did Albert Einstein say?
He just said something along the lines of...
Well, no. Give us the
quote. It doesn't matter about how he worded it. It's the point in hand.
Well, I think it is. I think a quote. I think like all, any sort of poetic content of anything is exactly how it's worded. So just what did Einstein say exactly?
Well, he said something along the lines of...
Go on.
An idea. If an idea isn't daft...
Oh, start again.
No, come on, let's hear it.
No, because he started... He
said if an idea isn't daft, it isn't worth thinking about.
What?
What?
If an idea isn't daft, it isn't worth thinking about.
I can't imagine him saying daft.
No, well, it was something like that, though, meaning that every new idea seems a bit mental.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a good point.
But then it leads to something.
Well, I'm not sure that but I think if we were sat with Einstein now and you'd put on the machine that allows doctors to feel, I don't think he'd be saying we should pursue that idea.
There's some ideas that go, I think the Earth might be round. People go, oh, it is flat. And then there's people who stand in doorways covered in crucifixes with tinfoil on their head saying, Jesus is in my cock.
Yeah. But,
now, he's a mentalist.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, wouldn't you have said it was mental years ago when someone said, I'm going to make a machine so I can look inside your head? Years on, hello, get in the machine, we've got an MRI scanner.
It's...
Where to start with this one?
Like, he gets there. He ends up there. Just how he gets there is just fabulous. Because, I mean, it's so true. It's so true. Like, someday, I want to have a machine that looks into your brain. Like, get out of here. You're ridiculous. You know?
God almighty.
That he brought it home at the end. But
yeah.
Einstein, every idea, is a mental one. Or something. Like,
if it's not a daft idea or something, I can't keep up, man. He was down in the first half, but he brought it home.
He was. He brought it to 0-0, not -1 to 0 or to nil, whatever that is. But he got there. So I'm happy for Carl this time.
And just how Ricky and Steve were just roasting the hell out of him for not having the quote in his head.
Yeah.
Like, have they met him?
Like, not all ideas are worth pursuing. Very nice. Deep.
Yeah.
Put that on a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
And
oh my God.
The little bit where they were talking about how this guy with the feeling indicator machine would have to test the spike up the ass. it randomly made me think. Do you remember a show on Spike TV called Mansers? Or
maybe it sounds familiar.
It was on the same channel as 1,000 Ways to Die. Do you remember that one?
For me it sounds familiar, but I remember Spike TV running through a bunch of different types of shows very quickly.
Oh, okay, yeah,
They would go up, get canceled, go up, get or not canceled, but not. They would stop making more of them.
They didn't have a lot of shelf life.
No, they didn't.
But the two shows I remember are both 1,000 Ways to Die and Mansers.
Yep.
And the second one, the question came up was, what is the biggest object found up someone's keister? And any guesses?
That was bowling ball pin.
Yeah, that was it.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not shitting you. You guessed it right.
Oh my god!
I can't. It's way too early, man. I had enough caffeine.
Are you shitting me? That's amazing.
I'm not. I don't know the exact time.
Wow.
You can't.
I get. Whoa. Oh my god! Wow, that deserves a slow clap for that person. Holy crap! That's just like I don't even know. That's wow.
There should be something. We're gonna submit that to the Emmys. Be like, for your consideration.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine. Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Arias.
Yeah. I have zero faith in humans. Oh my god.
Okay, let's
That's
get into
awesome. This. Wow.
Okay. Woo. All right, let's get into it.
You may obviously be aware, Carl, that the first contraceptive diaphragms centuries ago were citrus rinds. Half an orange rind, for instance, would be used.
I mean, more selfish men turned them inside out.
I believe that's also still being used in parts of Manchester.
For what?
An orange. Just think of your head.
And it worked?
Well, we don't know at this juncture.
I mean, maybe...
It works for contraception because women went, fuck off, what are you going to do with that fucking orange on your cock for, you don't cunt?
But it could, I mean, again, it's that thing, innit, of we look at it now and we laugh, but look at what's happening. People now are always trying to get us to eat more fruit.
What?
That's a way of getting...
I thought for a minute he was going to say, okay, so they start with... Then they went from the orange rind to, say, a coconut shell. Yeah. That was too big, that didn't work.
Run! Here comes Coconut John!
No, don't put half a pineapple on your cock, that's insane. Yeah, that's mental. And then somewhere down the line, they finally got to contraception as we understand it. Is that? I thought that's where you're going, but no. Something about eating oranges is healthy for you.
What I'm saying is, if you go into any well-known supermarket and you look at, say, some young kid who's had a kid, and you look at stuff in their shopping basket, they're not buying fruit. They're buying, burgers and chips.
Turkey Twizzlers,
crisps and all that. No, but they love having it away. Get some fruit in. So they definitely have fruit in the house, which at the moment, a lot of kids don't have fruit in their house. That's why they're eating Turkey Twizzlers. But the mum loves having it away. So she would have loads of fruit in. So everyone's happy.
If she was using an orange for contraception, she would also be giving the kids...
well, you wouldn't waste
it. So half the orange she'd give to the kids, and half the orange she'd stick up her fanny.
Yeah, a treat for everyone. Have a bit of fruit, and she's got what she wants. Whereas at the moment, what happens?
God. Is that why no one died of scurvy back then? And you just got your vitamin C somehow. What?
And then got your vitamin D, if you know what I mean.
Stupid. What the? I mean, trial and error, I guess.
Yeah. It's just.
Good God.
I was hoping he would turn it right back around because he just missed the point completely of what the orange rind was meant to do.
Yeah, I love that. This is why every one of these episodes is just like a freaking unicorn, dude. You don't need the other one to make sense of this one.
Right. You could come into any episode, and
man,
it would just be its own thing.
100%, man. 100%.
And it reminded me of, apparently, and I don't know if this is true or not, but if you eat pineapple, and it's both genders, your product that comes from your mid-region tastes better. I don't know if this is true, but it's something I've heard.
Sure. I throw my hands up in the air, man. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
That's about where I am right now.
Yeah. Oh, good God. Good God.
A burger's not coming in helpful for anyone.
If you want me tonight, pop a sesame seed bone on your cock. Take out the fucking pickle. No one likes the fucking pickle up the fanny. Oh, he's a bloody romantic. He popped a plum roast sausage up my fanny yesterday. He loves me. Oh, fuck no.
What the hell?
Modern man, in a sense, with all the technology we have, can play God. And this is something which is huge now. A lot of ethical discussions about things like stem cell research. Should we be interfering in what should be a godly terrain? You say no straight away. Straight away, no.
I think they're sort of like messing about now. I think that's the problem. We've got the tools and they like to use them. And that's what happens. I've got a sander for Christmas. And I can't wait to sand stuff. I can't even think of enough things that need sanding. But I want to use it. And
that's the same. Sander.
And that's the problem, innit? If you've got the tools, you can't have the tools and say, pop them in the shed. Well, no, I don't want to use them. A new tool here.
Right, sand the shed then.
That's the problem, innit? All these, medical people. That's what happened in the Hulk, innit?
Oh God.
Yeah, well, again, I was just gonna say that is a work of fiction. The Hulk.
Yeah, but with all fiction
comes
the future.
Certainly in science fiction.
But the problem is, this is what I say is the problem.
Go on, no, this is
is it a quote from someone?
Let's sum it up there. Carl, shoot me.
People are living too long.
That's not a summary yet. Summary. I have one more go. So, this is the real one.
Yeah, it'll be something like today's cure is tomorrow's headache. It's all right.
That's all right.
Because what I'm saying there is,
go on.
We can come up with stuff. We can come up with a tablet to get rid of headache. Tomorrow, your headache's gone. Your legs hurting.
So today's cure is actually tomorrow's leg ache. So today's cure is tomorrow's leg ache.
Yeah, but ages ago I said to you, don't solve problems.
Yeah.
Because a problem solved is a problem caused.
What?
I'm gonna die.
I don't remember that quote.
What?
He walked away.
What?
A problem solved is a
problem caused.
Caused?
Love that.
How does
quote.
that make sense at all?
I mean, that should be a motto. That should be like a state motto or something. That's legit. That's what in the hell. I love that. I mean, I absolutely love that. And I mean, and his little mention of whatever is fiction, or what is it, becomes the future.
Whatever fiction is future or something like that.
Simpsons.
Yep,
Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Mm-hmm.
So not entirely crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm scarily more on Carl's side this episode, which is a strange place to be on. It's a strange place to be on.
It's taken 34 episodes for you to get on his side. I'm more on his side this time. Which is a scary, strange, new place to be in. So yeah. Well,
I like how Ricky just walked away. He's like, I'm done. I am done. I can't even unpack what he just said.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is one of the few times we're going to see just, Steven and Carl in here.
And Carl. Oh my God.
Medicine is the art or science of healing, and that doesn't always have to be a drug or a surgery. We mustn't just forget that some people don't need medicine, they just need help. For example, there are people that help disabled people have intercourse. There's someone that actually helps the man put in his penis to the the woman's vagina. They leave the room. What?
I've never even heard of this.
It's true. Absolutely true. They're helpers.
Yeah, no, I believe that is the case.
Yeah. And that's just as needed as anything that might cure
It's not. That's pleasure.
Yeah. So what are you saying? Because you can't walk or move, that you can't love someone and want to share that love?
I'm just saying it's not a priority.
Well, no, but they're going to live. They're healthy apart from their disability. I've met someone. They want to consummate this love, and someone helps them out and goes, well, that's part of my job.
No, it's not part of the job.
Well, it is part of this job because that's their job.
I have never heard anyone say, I've had a right day today.
Why?
I've been playing with Arthur's tackle all day.
They don't play with Arthur's tackle. They pop Arthur's tackle in Hilda's vagina.
I don't think they do.
They do.
How can they enjoy that? I mean, maybe once, and they'd go, that didn't work, did it? I didn't enjoy that, Hilda.
No.
How can they enjoy it with a nurse stood there?
They don't. They help her in. She helps Arthur in, or he might be a male nurse. Pops Arthur in. Goes, okay, Arthur. I'll see you in a few minutes. Right. Goes outside.
But what's the point, though, in that?
Why?
Because it's all about the mood and everything. He's just stuck onto like a stag beetle clinging onto a leaf. There's no enjoyment in that.
Oh, the well-known stag beetle copulating with a leaf syndrome.
No, but I'm
That's
just
the
saying.
well-known position in the Kama Sutra.
He knows it. It's I think it's a lovely act, and someone's willing to. Wouldn't you help someone in?
Definitely not.
No. What? No. Says a guy goes, this is my wife. We're both so I can't. Can you just pop me in, Carl? You're the you're the only person around.
No, I don't think it's important.
But there
enough.
are people.
What do you mean you don't think it's important enough?
I'd be happy to go round, put the washing on for them, make the bed. Do you want a cup of tea? Yeah, I'd love one. There you go. Oh, just before you go, forget it. If they asked me to do that, I'd quit. And I don't think it happens because people wouldn't take that on for a job. You never hear about it. On Comic Relief, when they're raising money, they don't go, thanks to Midland Bank for this $100 grand, that's going to go towards Arthur getting his end away.
That's ridiculous. So you would rather them not have the pleasure of each other than just help them in?
No, because they'd work out some way that they could do something for each other. I want to play the guitar. My fingers aren't long enough. I've knocked it on the head. It's the same thing. If you can't do it, don't do it.
So are you telling me, right? Okay. Supposing there's a little fella who's got no arms, no legs, right?
Right.
Little Bob. Okay. There he is. All right, Carl. Right? He's got a friend, another little fella with no arms and no legs. All right, Carl. Right? They love each other. Two little fellas, two little dwarves with no arms and no legs. Okay, lovely little fellas. They get married. Okay. Yeah, Carl, you can't put my penis up my boyfriend's bottom, can you?
No, I can't. No.
Why not? Why not?
Do you need anything else doing?
No, I'm fine. Yeah,
no, it's weird how you can manage everything else.
Well, no.
I'm here to help you. Everything else seems to be sorted.
Well, just the chair.
Why do you need help in this department?
Well, because he's over there and I'm here. And if you just pop me in and just leave.
No, I'm not doing that. It's not good for you. You've lost your arms and legs. You'll be losing that soon if you carry on sticking it up there.
Oh, dude. Listen, I just like. I get what Carl's saying, and Ricky comes out with the most freaking extreme scenario all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Like the most extreme, like the 0.0001% of like nurses that aid and stuff would do that.
Yeah.
Like not all of them. So it's just wild. It's like the perfect balance between Carl and Ricky. It's just always this, like like mind's trying to grasp larger concepts, and Ricky's like, well, let me go even bigger.
Yeah.
Like, bro. Oh, man.
Yeah, that last part, and I'm doing this again, it's making me think of, how American turkeys are so big, like they're injected with all these hormones and stuff, that they can't procreate on their own. So somebody literally has to initiate turkey fun time in order to make more turkeys.
Yeah.
Think about that next Thanksgiving or Christmas for most of our audience.
Yep. Yep.
But,
I'm just saying that's just. But I wouldn't be that person.
Like,
I couldn't be that person.
Yeah, I mean, and thinking like, if this is a dude that has no arms, I'm just saying you're not gonna need a couple minutes.
No. Oh my God.
You're not even gonna need a couple. I'm not gonna go there.
Don't even go there.
No.
Don't even go there, bro. Don't even go there.
Let's just say this is 2 thumbs
This is
up.
great.
And wrap it up.
Great. This sounds good to me.
Somewhere around to subscribe and watch another video. Wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose, embrace the suck.
Unplug and do something legendary, guys.
See you in the next one.
Later.
Fellas, we can be that mistake. Let's do this.